has a question or something? Yeah? No? Huh? Worüber?
Über das Sterben, bevor man stirbt.
Das macht ihr ja auch.
Aber nicht genug hören, jede Variation an etwas irgendwie näher kommt.
By seeking the lover's love, you must die before you die. I put in that song, you must die before you die, but in reality, what Rumi said, but I don't say it because it's not the time to say this. He said, if you seeking the lover's love, by seeking the lover's love, you must cut your throat with a blade. Du musst deinen Hals durchschneiden mit einer Klinge. This is all he has. Once we were sitting with Sheikh Adnan in Lebanon. After the Sohbat. After the Sohbat, we sit nicely with Sheikh Adnan and eating and with Arabs. And there were some alims, some learned ones. And one of them he was speaking and speaking, putting his knowledge in front of Sheikh Adnan. And there was fruits on the table, and I think maybe it was not food, it was fruits, I think it was afternoon. Some fruits, and there was a big knife for to cut the pumpkin, not pumpkin, watermelon. And I was looking to that alim, and he would not stop, he would continue, very proud of his knowledge. Finally, he take the knife, said it, he makes like this. But he showed him that stop talking. There is only you cut your throat and finish. What they say, the next one is what they are saying. Be nothing. You have to die before you die in front of your Sheikh. For us, that is, when the Prophet says this is too much for us. For the companions was okay. They are with the Prophet. They were with the Prophet, and it was for them to die in the Prophet. Give everything for Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Material-wise, it's show the show to show this to appear in this material world. You may see it in the happening when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I think there was a first war. Was it Badr maybe? Ghazwa in Badr, first war. And he was asking the people to prepare for this, to bring something, like sadaqah, weapons, what you have, I don't know, put it everywhere on the place in the middle to prepare to distribute it for the fighters and for them to be able to fight to these people. And when the Prophet said to them, give something, as much as you can, whatever it is. Does even if you have one date, put one date. There's many poor people, and people, they try to give what they had. And Sayyidina Umar, he was thinking, and then he was going home, and he was deciding to give half of everything what he had. He gave half of it to the Prophet, to the Jamaat, to the Jamia. And Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, he was not thinking, he was immediately giving everything what he had. He was rich also. He was rich. He gave everything immediately. And the Prophet, when he saw it, came the news that he gave everything. He said, "You must leave something for your wife and your children. What did you leave for your wife and for your children? So also they have also a right." And Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, he was saying, Allah and you are enough for my family and for my children. That was all. So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, immediately he was doing this. Yes, and this is a material, in the material world, the proof that you die with your ego. Your ego dies. Shaitan has no one to speak to, no one to work with. It's finished for him. Dunya also is finished, as Abu Bakr was finished. And wishing, any wishful thinking, your imaginations, your ideas about this world, universe, what your opinion, whatever, everything finished. Only agreeing with the Prophet. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That was all. Means he died. His personality died. Maulana was saying often that when somebody dies in his Sheikh, he is vanishing. Very often they said that there is no Sheikh Nazim, because you could find him only in the heart of Grand Sheikh Abdullah Dagestani. It was finished. Prophet was saying, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, at one point, there is a hadith, he said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said to his companions, from your world, I love three things. I love perfume. I love, it's a good odor, good perfume, smelling. I love the prayers, and I love ladies, women. From your world, I love these three things, he was saying. He didn't say from my world, he said from your world, I love these three things. That means that the Prophet had no word, he died, he died. Of course, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he died in Allah. And when he died in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu gave him back his life. He passed away, definitely, and very happy with Allah Almighty, of course. If you are with your Lord or with your Sheikh, you are completely happy. There's nothing to wish or nothing to want, nothing, there's nothing. You are in absolute, perfect, eternal happiness. There's no wish for this world whatsoever. But then Allah's wisdom, He is bringing back the Prophet to this world. Of course, because it has this unique mission. He was sent as a rahmah, as a mercy to these worlds. Not only to our world, to the worlds. Rahmatan lil Alameen. He was sent as a mercy. So he had that mission, so Allah gave him back his life. To be with us, to eat and drink with us, to experience peace, time, war, time, day and night, this and everything they experienced with the Prophet, the companions, as a mercy, to know their life, what you have to do in your life, which steps. Any steps, every steps you find in the life of the Prophet ﷺ. Every aspect of human being's life you find in the life of the Prophet ﷺ. And he loved, and then Allah make him to love these three things. If you consider these things, perfume, the good perfume, the smell that is from paradise. It leads you to paradise, gives you connection to paradise. Very fine, very latif, spiritual. Prayers, of course, same. It's a connection to Allah Almighty, to spirituality. Prayers, He loves it. And ladies, the same. Ladies, they are also the connection to paradise. As the Prophet said, that they have paradise mothers, the paradise is under their feet, and as we said in the beginning of these days, that ladies, they have this aspect, paradise aspect, from Jamal, from the beauty. They have the beauty. Within themselves, they have it. A man, he has to fight for it. He has to work for it. He must be perfect. As he is perfect, he will also be beautiful. But he has to fight his ego. And he must work on his perfection. Whereas ladies, they have that. They're created like this. They don't have to do this. They can only, they receive. They receive. They are receivers. They are earth, as we said. And human being and the man, he must be active. He has to work to do the things. He has to provide for the earth, to be provided with the sun, with rain, with wind, with whatever is necessary, everything, so that the earth is giving fruits, giving beauty, giving roses, for instance. And they are themselves, they are roses, ladies. Prophet loved that. He saw in them people saying, he loved the ladies, No, don't be mistaken. He he's seeing, what you say, he's seeing Allah in them. Yes. You can see Allah in them, you see. So that is given by Allah Almighty. From Himself, from Prophet himself, he passed away. And the Sheikh also, our Sheikh, he passed away in Grand Sheikh. And all Grand Sheikhs, they passed away in their Grand Sheikhs. All of them. Abu Bakr Siddiq, he passed away in Prophet ﷺ. Nabi Rasul. You can't find Abu Bakr Siddiq, so to say. He is the shadow of the Prophet ﷺ. And as he has a mission also, Abu Bakr Siddiq, he had a mission, a big, very important mission after the Prophet ﷺ. Allah is saying, yes, I accept him, your death, but I put you back in this earth to service, as a service for my servants. This is as a servant of my servants, for my servants. Yeah, this is aspect of dying. Yes? You understand? Yeah. Any other question? The Sheikh, he works, he is working with us on that way. The aim is to die, so to speak. He had in London, he was saying, once he said, not in Peckham, in St. Anne's, he said, everyone has his sign at his door, there's a sign, doctor so-and-so for hearts, doctor for bones, doctor for this, professor for this. Here you can be yogi school. After some time you will be yogi. Here you can be guru. Here you can be muru. Here you can be this one. Maybe also sheikh. Here you can be Sufi. Everyone has something on his door saying, come, pay, and you will be. I have also a sign, he said, at my door, you are welcome, here you can be nothing. Welcome to the kingdom. I have a sign at my door, here you can be nothing. Yes, this is the way. First, he, as we said yesterday, he gives you bonbon. Then he starts, when you are ready, you had enough bonbons. It's not so attractive anymore, the bonbons. Then he starts to make demontage. The opposite of bonbons. He makes demontage. He's a very fine engineer, Maulana, very specialist. Engineering is nothing against his engineering, because if you have engineering for a machine, it's easy. Soul is much more complicated, much more latif, much more fine, very difficult, very difficult, very difficult to work with it, with the soul. He is working with it, and he makes demontage in our life. That is why these terrible things happen to us. We feel them terrible, or don't say terrible, you say it is happening things, you don't like them. You don't like them. Your ego doesn't like it. And if we see the truth, if we would see the truth of it, we would say, very welcome any event which I don't like. Because it is for that aim and for that reason, to make a demontage from my ego and to give me one step more nearer to the aim of to accept to be nothing, to accepting to die. So it's a step, any event which you don't like. And we are complaining about so many events, and complaining is forbidden actually. Even Meister Eckhart, he was a Christian saint, I think also 1,000 years ago, maybe, Meister Eckhart. And he was saying in a very good speech, like Sufi speeches he was giving, Sohbat, and he said, complaining is forbidden. You can't complain except in one case. One case you can complain, and that is when you still complain, you can complain about your complaining. That is the only very logical thinking. Otherwise, no way. We are complaining, but it is normal to have things which you don't like. Normal is 40 things you don't like, then one thing is coming which you like. That is a normal relation in events for Bani Adam, for the human being. But we are not saying, coming one event, we are complaining. We don't say, oh, it's only one. Okay, let's see, only one. 2, okay. 3, 5, 10. You are gone. 15. No, you're never gone to 15. Oh, first one, you complain. You're not saying 39, mashallah. And the 39th, I complain. If you make 40, you made it. Yes, everything is useful to make a demontage from the ego. Al-khayru fima waka. Arabs, they are saying the good things lies in what is happening. What is happening? In that happening lies the blessings. Yes, and especially in these test things, difficult things, you don't like them. These things, especially there is a blessing. If you manage it, if you have the patience, and you take advice from Prophet and your Sheikh, how to be patient, for instance, through thankfulness, you will be thankful. You can say, yes, this event, I know it is the aim, finally to finish with the ego, and I'm thankful. They have saints, they are thankful for some things which they don't like. We have to be patient at least. You know, to be patient. And patience means patient to the end. Yeah, some people, they are saying, I was patient for such a long time, now it's enough. Okay. Makes no difference if it was in the beginning enough or now enough. It's enough. You didn't made it. You didn't. You are pulling a bucket from the very deep well. It's very heavy, and you are maybe not so strong. You pull. You are pulling, and a long time. It's a very deep well. It's a miraculous well. And then it's just coming out. You say, it's enough. This is not patience. This is not called patience. Patience is called to the end, when you cannot do anything more. Then you can say, I was patient, I am patient. I have the characteristic of patience. Not in something that you say, now is enough. What do you mean, now is enough? Yes, okay. You can't carry? It's like this, we are weak. But it's not meant with patience. This, the Sheikh is doing with us, and he's leading us to that aim. If we don't make it in our life, you are young, mashallah, you may do it. I am old, I think I missed the train. But doesn't matter. Maulana, he was promising that he is not finishing the work in this life, anyone not making it, he will make it after you are going through the door, through the next life. There also, there is cleaning, there is work, there is going on, until you are, your soul, you died, your body already died, but your soul is still, you know. If you didn't finish with your wishes, you are still not finished. There was a rich man, and he passed away. And he was greedy. He was always looking for his rich things, to be rich, and he passed away. And then the Sheikh, he showed for his murid how he is in the grave. He opened for him this vision, and he was seeing that man passed away long time ago, but he showed that person to him on the cemetery, and he could see his eyes. His eyes were still there, his eyes. The eyes were turning for the wish. Still he had that wish in his soul, that wished for dunya, for this world. That shows that we are not finished. You know, if we are not finished, there is some work in the akhirah. Generally, it is for people, ummat, or people, it is, they say there is hell, and hell is like a hospital, you can say. Yes, when you are in the hospital, you are sick, you can't leave the hospital, you are imprisoned in the hospital. When you are healthy, you go out from the hospital. And there is rahmah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prophets and saints and believers, they are asking for their companions, for the mercy of Allah to leave people from hell, release people from hell. So many through these du'as from saints and prophets and believers, they will be saved. And Allah is saying, if my prophets, all of them, and my friends, saints, if they ask for people for my mercy to release them from hell, if there is no prophet anymore and no one, I am here. Allah is saying. In the end, he's asking. Maulana was saying a little bit different way. He said, everyone coming by the du'as, and then in the end, Allah puts His hand into the hell and takes out one hand, one time. If Allah's hand is going somewhere and with the niyyah to take out, I think there's nothing left. This is a mercy. And they work with us. But to understand we are on the way, it's this. You see? And they say some people, some sheikhs, they said there is small death. Small death. If you leave a habit, you leave something which you love in this world, some worldly stuff, your ego loves it, you leave it. You have to leave it, or you leave it, you come to leave it, that means it's a small death. It's a death in steps. You know, that is a mercy. May Allah help us, inshallah. To be with our Sheikh, and finally, if we keep our Sheikh, it's okay. It's very easy. It's okay. And keeping your Sheikh means to love him. You know, if you have a love for your Sheikh, be happy. If Allah grants you to keep your love for your Sheikh, whatever, if it is an atom or more, sincere love or any love for your Sheikh, it's okay. It's enough. MashaAllah. ومن الله توفيق بأمر الفاتحة. بسم الله. Amen. 58, Moment. Okay, we can pray. 5 Minuten ist okay.